Hello, my friends of the St. Mary's Express and Railroad Museum. This is Cameron, and today I'm just about ready to review one of the rarest train sets you're seeing, believe it or not. When you visit the Walt Disney World Resort over in Central Florida, well, my point is when you visit the beautiful Walt Disney World Resort here in Florida, they do have good merchandise on the Disney World Railroad. Of course, that is the steam train. Most of them are sold in G-scale, but back in the 21st century, when they started the 21st century, believe it or not, you're seeing it here, that they definitely sold it in this little HO scale. This is a very, very rare train set. I'm so glad I still have it. The engine and everything else runs perfectly. It's a very, very wonderful set made by a company that's pretty much out of business called Lifelike. I believe Lifelike was probably brought out by Walthers or anything like that. This one doesn't have any operating headlights or anything, but this is definitely a 100% HO scale electrical powered train set, as you can see. So you see right there, you've got Steam Locomotive 1, named after Walt Disney himself. That's why it's called the Walter E. Disney. And it's a 460 10-wheeler, so let's open up the box. So in this section of column, we got the entire train set with the locomotive, tender, and the 2 passenger cars. And in this part over here, we've got the authentic Lifelike power pack. And then for the rest of the box underneath here, that's where all the track is. I just got to pull this piece out. And here's your track. So that's everything pretty much out of the box as of now. So if you'll give me a moment, I'm going to get it all put together and connected. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, well, we're back. As you can see, I've got the entire train set out of the box. So here's our locomotive, engine number 1, named after Walter E. Disney. That's why it's called Walter E. Disney, along with his 2 passenger cars. Normally, a real train in Disney World Railroad would consist of 5 passenger cars, but this one only has 2, a lot like their giant G-scale one. Maybe one day I'll show you the G-scale one, but I think this one's special because it's much smaller. Yeah, HO scale is a pretty small scale, too. But one thing to say, though, is that this train set, like I said, is made by a company that really no longer exists called Lifelike. What I'm about to show you is how differently the tracks are connected. Rather than pushing in like this to connect the track together, we don't connect it by pushing back or forth. We do it by going side by side. You just gotta push in order to disconnect the rail like that. See that? And then you join the rail joints like this. And then just push till it clicks. And there you go. You can see this thing over here looks like a railroad crossing, but this is also mainly a re-railer. It's a special mechanism they use to get the train on the track. And before I get to that, this is exactly what a Lifelike power pack would look like. It's blue and has different ways you can move your trains forward and reverse. So, what do you say we get these trains on the track? It'll be a little bit different getting the locomotive and tender together because they don't have the same kind of coupling. For the locomotive and tender, as you can see here on the main locomotive, there's this pin and then another pin right here on the tender. So basically we gotta get these two together, make sure everything is aligned, and try as careful as you can to get that pin in place. It's kind of hard to do, though. I think I got it. Yep, I got it. And once more, running everything over the re-railer. Everything looks good. They're on the track. So all I need to do left is put the passenger coaches on. Passenger coach 1 took to the rail easily. Now let's push the train forward a little bit more so I can get car number 2 on. And there you got it. So here she is, all set up on the track. Looks gorgeous, doesn't it? So let's get this thing moving under its own power. And off she goes. So yeah, beautiful train set, isn't this? She wouldn't look like any other electric train set because everyone knows Disney is mostly appropriate for kids and everything. And I know for little kids they wouldn't care, but they definitely got the colors right. And the locomotive right. That number 1 Walter E. Disney is a 460 10-wheeler as seen here. Of course, the weird thing you'll notice about his 2 passenger cars is that they are almost the same color as the real Walters. Is that they're red, but the real Walters cars are supposed to have red poles, but these poles are a little bit more yellow. Now I know for little kids they wouldn't care, but I don't care either. They can make this however they want. It's just an absolutely, I find, beautifully gorgeous set. And for an older electric train set like this, sometimes this locomotive can have a lot of hesitation to get moving and everything. But whatever. So, what do you folks think? I'm really sad that they don't make this anymore, because I think this set looks nice in a smaller scale. But I'm glad you guys got to enjoy it. Another rare train set from me. Alright, well, until next time, time for me to close it out. And we'll see you on the rails. Thank you for watching.